Dated my then boss, coworker at my first job. A year later, he nearly broke into my home while on drugs. I was 19 working at a retail store as a cashier. I had my first real job, nerves, but other than that, things were going pretty smoothly. I tried to be friendly to everyone, including the shift leaders. One of my close friends at the time, same age, who also worked at the store, ended up having a short affair with one of the shift leads, who was 10 years older than us. At the time, I had a mix of feelings about it, protectiveness and jealousy. I confronted him multiple times to end it. Yet I also wanted to have the thrill of being with someone while their affair was ending. I started to become closer friends with a different shift lead who was also about 10 years older. I had the motive of wanting to just mess around without being in an actual relationship. When I approached him about this idea, he said he would only mess around if I agreed to be in a relationship. I thought, what the hell? I can break up with him whenever I want. So we secretly dated for a while. No one knew except my closest friends. I did end up developing feelings, but eventually I wanted to break up. He admitted to doing drugs, having gang association, owning weapons, and unaliving someone from his original country. He was also constantly having me doing things I didn't want to, and wanted me to leave behind my parents and rely solely on him. I tried to break up with him multiple times, but even though I was promoted to his level, I didn't have a way to escape from him. He would simply manipulate me into staying with him any chance he got. Eventually, I had enough. I hadn't had feelings for him in a long time, and started to develop feelings for someone else. He wouldn't let me leave, so younger me thought it would be easier to start seeing someone else until I could get him to leave me alone. He ended up finding out, called me screaming. I was absolutely terrified, and even worse, I had a shift with him the next day. I completely turned off my phone so he couldn't contact me. Luckily, he didn't show up for that shift the next day. After about a week, he asked if we could talk things through in person. I agreed, saying that he seemed to calm himself down. But then during our talk, he spoke about me doing certain things at work he would have had no way of knowing if he wasn't there, such as my friends visiting me there or me talking on the phone. Even worse, he seemed to know where I had been going outside of work. He told me he had access to the cameras at work, and that he knew a lot of people to get any information he wanted about where I was and what I was doing. I didn't know how much was true, but I was scared senseless. He then agreed to leave me alone if it was what I truly wanted. I thought I was finally safe, until one night he called asking to see me. I said no, but he wouldn't stop trying. He called me about 50 times on his phone, Discord, and a burner phone. He sent me messages saying that things would get real bad if I didn't answer. He threatened to off himself if I didn't answer. He then said he would find my address and break it, while continuing to say that it was serious this time and that he was going to be bringing something with him. I knew he owned weapons, so was extremely scared and woke up my parents. My mom threatened him with police, and my dad chased him down the street with a baseball bat. I later found out he was on drugs. The entire time, I'm so lucky my parents were there for me in this situation, and we filed a police report the next day. It's been 2 years and I'm still traumatized by this experience, and wonder if he still has people to check on me or ways to know where I am. Moral of the story: don't date coworkers, especially if they're 10 years older than you.